So ever since Canva introduced the custom animation feature,
well, Joe, I've got to be careful with this one because what we're unwrapping next is unbelievable. I am delighted to introduce Create an Animation.
we, the Canva geeks over here, we haven't really used it for anything specifically, but in this tutorial, that is what we are actually going to do. We are going to be using the custom animation feature to create something simple but actually elegant. And look, you're actually going to love this, so don't go anywhere. I should be back. Hey everyone, Benjamin here, a verified Canva expert based in Ghana. If this is your first time on this channel, look, I really think you should subscribe because over here on this channel, I provide you with advanced Canva tutorials you can use to level up your skills.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true.
Also, if you're an OG, massive respect to you. I really appreciate your efforts. And just in case you're wondering who is an OG is a returning subscriber. You know, you, the family, who keeps coming back to watch my tutorials. You are the OG. So massive respect to all of you again. And without any further ado, I think it's now time to jump into what we have to do today. So this is what we are actually going to be creating, a very simple animation. So I wouldn't even talk much. I will just come into the Canva homepage, come to create a design. Okay, yeah. Then we'll just choose Instagram story. Okay, so it should load up quickly, and yeah, it should. I think once you have a good internet, things should really load up quickly for you. And what we would first of all do is we'll change the background color. I do not want it to be white, so I'll come back here and choose this so that I can just copy the color. Okay, and just in case you're wondering what the color code is, I don't know myself, but I'll share it with you some. So this is the color code E5E5DD. Okay, so that is what we have over here. Then press T on your keyboard for text. Okay, then we should have something like this. Then I'll just say big boss, just like what we had in the beginning. So big, okay, then boss. Okay, so capital BOSS. Then select all, and we'll just make it bigger. Okay, we'll make the big boss bigger. I think this is a good rhyme. If let me know in the comment section if you love this. I'm making the big boss bigger.
Viewers, I apologize. I'm continuing.
Anyway, so I will drag it down over here, come to the font section over here, and we'll just choose Poppins. And one thing I've actually been thinking is that it would actually be very good for me to come up with a lot of tutorials these days, because ever since Canva introduced the new features and things like that, it will be good to use them in upcoming tutorials. So I'll be coming up with more Canva tutorials, so please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, yeah, because I just feel like, I don't know, funny enough, I just feel like my old tutorials kind of like feels outdated, so I'll need to be coming up with new tutorials. You get it? Yeah. So this is the big boss, and we'll just put it over here. And I think over here I made the same thing. So I changed my font to Poppins. Okay, so I'll use the Poppins medium for it, and we don't want these texts to be touching, so I'll just have to increase the line spacing a little bit. Okay, so we have something like this, and we'll also reduce this a little bit. All right. Okay, so I think let me just adjust this a little bit. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Then the next thing we'll do is to press R on our keyboard. Okay, stretch this out, squeeze it and stretch it more. Okay, then let me just zoom in so that we can all really see what we are doing over here. Then I'll just position this here. I will change the color. Okay, so come to color, and I'll close out of this. First of all, choose black, then come into the add a new color, and I'll increase it a little because I want a darker gray. So 32.
No, I don't understand them.
Okay, then press T on the keyboard, and I'll just say present. All right, then select all, and just you can just choose to center it or position it anywhere you want. Then we change the color of the text as well. I think the color didn't change, so come to the text and change the color. Okay, so now that we have this is all we have at the moment, but this text looks a little bit smaller, so we'll increase the size just a little bit. Okay, and make sure you have it centered. Nice one. So the next big thing we are going to do is I'll first of all add a new page and come into photos. In photos, we are are simply going to be adding photos from Canva onto our design. Okay, then we remove the background and do some other sketches to it. All right, so I would come into my recently used photos, since I have some photos over here. But if you want to go with the hoodie type, or maybe people with t-shirts, you can make sure you're choosing images with things like that. Thinking about it now, since I'm using the word big boss, I want to go with people wearing suits. Okay, so I will just choose a lot of men wearing suits. So this guy, and I'll just say Afro guy wearing suit. Okay, not Afro gut, Afro guy. Okay, so guy, and let's see what Canva would have for us. Yeah, I think Canva has come up with some pretty interesting thing over here. So I'll choose the number of images. This one is fine, this one's also fine, this gentleman is also cool, and I think I'll need one more photo. Okay, so this one, it doesn't look professional to me. Yeah, so I think I just want one more. Okay, I'll just choose this one over here. So the next thing we are actually going to do is to remove the background of these images. And just in case you are using the free version of Canva, this is why I want to say that I have a link in the description box below that will help you use Canva Pro for free. Okay, so check it out, because with Canva Pro, I believe that there's just so many things that is made possible in Canva. You can remove the background of your videos, you can add custom fonts, you can have multiple brand kits. And even with that, I realized recently that actually with the free version of Canva, what you see in the brand kits is different from what you see on the pro version of Canva. In the pro version, you have so many things you can actually add in your brand kits, so it makes things very, very easy when you're even working with clients. Okay, so yeah, that is something I just want to say, that look, you should really take advantage of this. So the link is in the description box below. Just get it and start using it today. Yeah, right. So I'll just select this image, come into edit photo, and I'll just remove the the background, and this would actually take me some time, so I would skip all of this part when I have removed all of the background images. And yes, so all of the background images have been removed. And honestly speaking, I feel like Canva, not I feel, but it's obvious that Canva has really improved the background removing process, because initially it used to take some time, but now it's very easy. I think it's now smarter and is able to do things quickly, and I really just have to put this out there because it's impressive. It's really, really impressive. Back to our design. So now what we are simply going to do is to make sure that we are aligning everything. Okay, so just to make things a bit easy for us, we would zoom in. Okay, and we'll first of all have to crop all of the images, and I think I'll just speed up this process as well. Okay, so you can see I've been able to align all the images and they look very clean and organized. So the next thing you just have to do is to group the images. You can use Ctrl G, okay, or if you select all of them together, you can right click and you should see group over here. Okay, so that is one thing you can do. So now that I have this, I'm just going to drop it over here and I'll delete this page. Okay, then what we'll make sure we are doing is we are increasing the size of our image. Okay, so we would increase it to something like this. Okay, so I think maybe I'll reduce this a little bit more, drop this down a little bit and move this up. Right, then now that we've done this, I'll just increase the size of my images a bit more. Okay, so we have something like this. Then this is the fun part of it. So what we are going to do next is we are going to animate our images. Okay, so it's just a very simple slide in animation. Okay, so I would select my image over here. Make sure you are selecting them like this. Don't just click on one, but select all of them like this so that everything is selected. All right, then come to animate. In animate, you should see create an animation, which is one of the new feature Canva announced during the recently Canva Creates event. All right, so now that we have that, we would maybe increase it. Okay, I think this is fine. Yeah, then I'll select it, and all it's saying is that we should select and drag an element around the canvas to create your animation. So it means that anything we do now is going to be an animation. You realize, but that's not what we want. So when you make a mistake, all you need to do is to click on the delete part, okay, which would kind of like make you start all over afresh. Okay, so what we are going to do is, first of all, let me go back, okay, and let me align this properly to something like this. Okay, then I'll come to create animation. Make sure you are clicking and pressing shift Okay, so when you're clicking, just do a drag like something like this. Okay, and make sure you don't stop dragging, drag throughout. All right, and you can see this is what we have been able to create. Right now it's looking very silly, okay, but what we can do is we can click on the steady, which would make it a bit smoother, or you can also click on smooth, okay, which would actually make it smooth. And you can see this is something interesting we have been able to add. But if you want to actually toggle the speed, I think it's rather better to create a fast animation and later on being able to slow it down. So it would be better to create a fast animation, okay, and later use the speed option to slow it down. And what I mean is, let me just show you what I mean. So I'll delete the part first of all. Okay, come here and a fast animation like that, so you can see how fast it is. And I'll come to steady and I would slow it down. So now we have something very slow and it's much better than before. So this is what we have at the moment. So I'll click on done, select this over here, duplicate it and bring it down over here. Right, then with the text over here as well, is I don't know, one thing I've realized is that it's very difficult to select the text, any text behind when you have your image animated. I don't know whether it's from my part or I don't know, but this is one thing I noticed when I was actually designing it earlier on. Okay, so I'll put this text over here and I'll just say free delivery plus 20% discount. Right, so this is all I just want to say, and I'll come to position and center it. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll select my text, come to animate again, and we can choose any of the animation over here. But I think what I actually love so much with the animation is the ascent. Okay, so I'll just select that, and we can also speed up. We can also speed it up according to how we want. And this is a Canva Pro feature, you understand? So it's good. Look, try the link down there should actually help you to use Canva Pro for free. And this is what we've done. But there's one more thing I would actually want us to do, which is slapping some sound to it. And with the sound, you can find some cool sounds from Canva. So come to audio and you can do that over here. But I have some uploaded sounds in here, so I'll just come to my uploads and I'll choose audio. And let me just take my earpiece so that I can also listen to whatever you are going to be listening to from here. Okay, so I will choose my sound and add it over here. Okay, so I think this is beautiful, but we just need the latter part of it. Okay, so I would click on this, okay, and I would maybe drag because I just want the latter part. Okay, right, so I think this is something cool we have been able to do inside of Canva, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Look, if you are looking for more Canva tutorials, trust me, there are more coming up. So make sure you subscribed, make sure you're liking this video to support this video, because recently the views hasn't been encouraging at all. So make sure you are hitting on the like button. And look, the name is Benjamin. Always remember, there is no limit to creativity, and I should see you in my next video.
I know you could do it. All you gotta do is put your mind to it. Wake up, I'm on to the next. New day, I gotta do my best. Every day I put the work in. The grind never stop, you ain't never see me rest. See me on top, I never